Considered the gateway to the motherlode, Jamestown has both preserved and prospered long after the boom and bust years of the gold rush.
Hey, what's up everybody? We're currently here in Jamestown, but not Jamestown, Virginia, Jamestown, California. This is considered the gateway to the motherlode. And it's named after its first mayor, Colonel George James. So let's explore this historic town and learn more about it. Let's go!
Before the state of California, in the days of volcanoes and uplifting mountains many eons ago, a sinuous river of lava flowed westward towards the lowlands. The mountains became the Sierra Nevada, and the river of lava became known as Table Mountain, after the softer soil washed away, leaving deposits of gold and other minerals. The Central Sierra Miwok tribe in the forests and open lands, until explorers and travelers found gold in summer 1848 at the site of Woods Crossing, the first gold mining settlement in what was to become Tuolumne County. The first person to find gold in Jamestown was Benjamin Wood from Oregon. He arrived in 1848, a few months after gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill. Woods Creek was named for him. About a year later, when easily found gold disappeared, the settlement began to move a mile east to the site of the present-day Jamestown. Among others is Colonel George James, a wealthy attorney from San Francisco who became a gold speculator with Native Americans and miners working for him. He had a lavish lifestyle with a huge, well-stocked tent and a trading post, so the town was named in his honor after he plied them with champagne. He later became the first mayor and presented the town residents with a series of shady get-rich schemes. None of them were successful, and James left town under the cover of the night and never returned. When he suddenly disappeared, it left many miners and investors unpaid. They angrily changed the name of Jamestown to American Camp. That name did not catch on, so the name went back to Jamestown or Jimtown. Later in 1850, there was a movement to form a new camp in the northern portion of Jamestown and call it Georgetown, but citizens voted on May 25, 1851 to call both camps by one name, Jamestown, which has remained ever since. Gold fever brought people from all over the world to the area, and many small settlements and towns sprang up as a result. Under the mining laws of Jamestown District, which were enacted in November 1853, each miner shall be entitled to one claim of 100 square feet, and no more. Jamestown was a center of mining, transportation, and trading activity, which grew fast as a result. In town, there were many businesses, such as a bank, livery stables, doctor offices, drug stores, butcher shops, hotels, saloons, bakery, and others. In 1852, the Jamestown Methodist Church was founded and is still in use today. The Sierra Railway arrived in Jamestown from Oakdale in 1897 with much fanfare. The railroad was one of Jamestown's primary assets from its earliest days. The railroad transported quartz, lumber, and other goods out to the county. By 1898, working on the railroad was the primary place of work for area residents. Since 1919, the rolling stock has appeared in over 200 movies and television shows. Because of massive local public support, in 1983, all historic steam maintenance facilities became Railtown in 1897 State Historic Park, with an interpretive center, steam train rides, roundhouse tours, and depot store. As gold mining went up and down through the years and hard rock mining came into play, many fortunes were made in Jamestown. There have been hard economic times for the town, but it has never become a ghost town. Most recently, an open pit mine was used to extract gold near the original gold discovery site, but closed in 1996 when the price of gold made it unprofitable. Today, Jamestown is an excellent example of a mining town that still strives at the same time can keep their gold rush charms. Visitors strolling through the town will see period architecture in city buildings and homes. Mostly tourists and antique enthusiasts come here to enjoy a day or two of exploring the town and the variety of stores which sell vintage, antique, and collector's items, beside the traditional American foods and bed and breakfast hotels. Here are some interesting buildings to see, such as the Ramirez Preston Building. Ignacia Ramirez, a female pioneer and native of Mexico, owned this Main Street building constructed in the 1850s. Upstairs was the meeting hall of the St. James Masonic Lodge No. 54. The building was acquired by R.A. Preston in 1877. It served as the Jamestown Post Office in the 1930s, and was later a medical office of Dr. James Hadley. Today, it is owned by Don Blount since 1994. Emporium. This 1897 East Lake Design building at Main Street was built by C.H. Wilson and is included in the National Register of Historic Places. Originally built as a pioneer department store, it served as the county telephone exchange from 1906 to 1923. In 1928, it was sold to Jim Porter and Peter Barendreg. Jake Barendreg Sr. operated a grocery store here from 1936 and now owned by Paul and Mallory Barendreg. Jamestown Hotel. In 1856, the original Jamestown Hotel was built on Main Street, north of the current site. It was destroyed by a fire in December 1896. In 1919, this building was constructed and it became the Jamestown Hotel, owned by David Martinez. It was referred to as a Spanish hotel because so many Spanish miners made it their home. Local lore claims the building was also a mortuary and bordello. In the 1930s, it was converted as the Motherlode Hospital, and in the 50s, it was converted to a rooming house, and in the 70s, it was converted back to a hotel and restaurant. Today, the town's landmark is owned and operated by Charles Morgan. National Hotel. Built in 1859 by Heinrich Nielsen as the Hotel Europe. House miners and notables, offered lodging, meals, and a saloon. The original wooden building was badly damaged by fire of 1901 and 1927. Renamed National Hotel in the early 1900s, it is one of the oldest continuously operated hotels in the Motherlode. Present owners took over in 1974. They restored and preserved its past as much as use of the original bar. Methodist Church. This pre-1861 Gothic Revival church was built facing Main Street. In 1916, it was jacked up and turned facing Second Street with a new cement foundation and porch. The altarpiece was originally in St. James Catholic Church of Second Street and brought here when the church ceased to function. Jamestown Justice Court, built around 1910 as Klein and Baum Commercial Building, purchased by the County of Tuolumne in 1955. Jamestown Museum. This blacksmith and machine shop once stood at the Rocca Ranch, where John Rocca began ranching in 1870. The building began to collapse by 2015, so volunteers developed a plan to salvage the equipment and rebuild the shop. The museum was created to showcase the rich history of Jamestown. Jamestown Branch Jail. This original 400 square foot brick and wood jail was designed by Sonora architect C.W. Ayers and built by ASTS for $1,060. It was used as a temporary detention facility until inmates could be taken to the county jail of Sonora or released after a night on the town. The Jamestown branch jail served the community until 1940 when all services were moved to Sonora. In 1964, R.W. Pollard purchased the building and moved it to his theme park near Stockton. When it closed down, he sold it back to the people of Tuolumne County, returned to its home 125 feet east of its original location. Rocco Park. John Rocca, born in Italy, died on July 6, 1921 at the age of 77 in Jamestown. He was a man of strong personal and rare business judgment. John gained friends and accumulated land in Jamestown, including this land. His daughter Edna Rocca Collard donated it for a park in 1980. John took active interest in the county's progress or welfare and was married twice and beloved by his 19 children. It has been said that his funeral was the largest ever seen in the county. The Willow, established and in continuous operation since 1862. The Willow Hotel was named for the trees that were growing here long before the gold rush started. In its heyday, the Willow hosted President McKinley, Mrs. Robert E. Lee, and Bat Masterson, among many others. Plagued by fires, much of the original building was destroyed in 1982. However, the original redwood bark has survived intact. Internationally famous for its ghost, the Willow enriches local history and preserves a reputation for good food and drinks. We also went to the Yosemite Fudge Lady, which is a chocolate candy shop. It has a lot of awards and ribbons inside. Maybe because it is made by one person with 27 years of experience. She was nice and manually cut and wrapped everything in a traditional fashion.
So I bought this for only 95 cents. I guess this is like a Christmas discount. Let's see if it's good. Oreo.
Close your
Good though.
We also visited some shops and bought some vintage collector's item and some artworks. So guys, we come at the end of our tour and I hope you enjoy it and learn a lot of things. This is a good place to visit if you're interested in antique stuff and good old fudge. You guys have a great day. Bye. So guys, if you like our videos, please subscribe to our channel and feel free to comment.
Hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell. Come on guys, hit the bell.
For notifications.
And don't forget to share.
And like!